Hello there. Shots fired at Jeremy Corbyn. Poster. Yeah, a poster. The leader of the Labour Party was in the news this week, and it wasn't just over Brexit. It was to do with some soldiers who were target practicing on a piece of paper with Jeremy Corbyn on it. Bit silly to record it, but they're obviously just having a laugh, and it seemed to not be with any serious intentions, I think anyway. But the mainstream media, yeah, they've gone into panic and hysteria about this and making a massive deal over it, which is quite funny because I imagine if it was someone like Donald Trump being shot at in target practice, it'd be taken no further than a joke. And nothing else would be mentioned about it. No one would bat an eyelid. Not even the people who like Trump. They probably wouldn't even care. They're like, oh wow, they're shooting at air rifle pellets at a paper Trump. Well done. And just continue living their lives. As this is a left-wing leader, a hard left-wing leader being shot at, it's seen as a serious threat and not even remotely funny. You would have thought these lads actually inflicted some serious physical harm on Jeremy the way everyone's reacting over this. I mean, it's not like they marched onto Jeremy's allotment whilst he was gardening, beat him up, then set fire to his potting shed. Now that would be pretty extreme. But nah, they fired a few air rifle pellets, not even real bullets or real guns, through a bit of paper with him on it. Wow, whoop-de-doo. I imagine they do this all the time. They've probably got lots of different posters of different people. In fact, I bet you they got so many, they keep them all in a big filing cabinet labelled from A to Z, just jam-packed with print-offs of celebrities and politicians. No, I don't think they're that sad. I do suspect this was brought to the attention of big news outlets by very triggered, young, emotional, Corbyn-loving left-wing lunatics. You know, the type you see at his speeches or at these like Glastonbury festivals and stuff like that, all flocking together with their arms around each other whilst chanting, "Oh, Jeremy Corbyn, we've got no fucking brain cells." Those type of morons. You know, the group that mainly consists of self-entitled brats who think anyone above 50 shouldn't be allowed to vote because they're likely to have a different opinion to theirs. The ones who think of themselves as intellectuals because they went to university for a few years, dicked around, racked up thousands of pounds worth of student debt, then leave uni with either nothing or pointless degree which, in the real working world, an employer wouldn't give a damn about, struggle like hell to find a job in the field of which they studied in, then end up working at their local Sainsbury's stacking shelves. Now, I'm not old, but I'm not young. I'm 29. I've seen and know people around me who mirrored this strange route taken in life which I just described. By the way, I'm not bashing people who work at supermarkets. We need you. I think it's important to take pride in your job no matter what it is, because you are a functioning member of society who's contributing into the system and paying your own way. Even if the system is a bit corrupt, you're still helping this country to be kept afloat. I'm also not knocking those who graduate from university. As long as you actually went there and studied in something which is worthwhile in the working world, then fair play to you. Go to university, work hard, and pursue that career that you've always wanted. But Corbyn wants taxpayers, you know, like those soldiers, and myself, and millions of others, to pay off student debts, which I think is entirely wrong, especially if they're actually going into a job which they can earn well above average salary, then therefore they should be able to pay off their debt by themselves and not have to rely on other people to do it for them. Also, I believe he wants to disarm our nuclear weapons, which inevitably will leave the army more vulnerable and more exposed and weaken it massively. Now, I don't know whether or not he thinks doing this will cause some sort of chain reaction among other countries to encourage them to get rid of their nuclear weapons, because I seriously don't think that'll happen. It'll just be demonstrably debilitating for this country. And our armed forces will be feeling furious and betrayed that the fact that their own leader voluntarily got rid of their biggest and most destructive weapon. So yeah, it wouldn't really come as much of a shock to me that not many people in the armed forces like Jeremy Corbyn. Hence why they thought it'd be funny to use a picture of him for target practice. All these pathetic Corbynistas and their biased left-wing mainstream media should just leave this alone. They're only blowing this out of proportion so they could distract from the Brexit betrayal which is going on in Parliament right now. But that's a topic for another day. I'll wrap this up by saying I can understand why these soldiers aren't particularly fond of Jeremy Corbyn, but I can't really see that Corbyn will make a good Prime Minister, which is looking more likely that it could happen. But surely he can't do a worse job than that absolute cretin Theresa May. Or could he? I think I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. That's if anyone did actually watch this video. Cheerio!